Hey guys, welcome back to the Star Wars figure review. Next video we're going to take a look at a figure from the brand new Star Wars television show, The Bad Batch. And we just thought, why not start off with one of the, I think most of us see him as the most central main character of The Bad Batch, or their leader, and that is Hunter there. And before we look at him properly, we'll take a look at the packaging this one comes in. As you can see, it's brand new style that we have, because it's a brand new line of figures, because they always colour code them. They've given this one a sort of darker red compared to the Attack of the Clones one, of the Phase 1 clone that I gave you a look at previously. But it works for this, the Bad Batch, so it goes well. And on the side you have the first of the mural pictures here of Hunter. He's of course the first one in the line, so we don't really have any on either side for him at the minute. Sometimes they show up for the next figure, and that's only if they come out in the same wave, but they seem to have not done it with this one this time, unless that's like the very top corner there, sort of the edge of it. But Hunter's a good way to start this line off. On the back there we do get that good armour artwork of him with his sort of dagger knife that he has in the show. And there's a quick bio there if you want to give a quick pause of the video and read that there. But that's a great artwork design that they have, and it's again on the side with a new line of figures. The mural looks great. They've got a little satellite dish thing in the background as well. It all works, and as I said, they've named it specifically the Bad Batch, so yeah, this is worth having as well. And as I said, the packaging's all 100% recyclable, so for openers, that's all there, and the bubble and card back are all separate, so yeah, good one to have is this figure for the packaging wise. They seem to have done it well with Bad Batch figures, so yeah. But now we look at Hunter himself, and the figure himself is just as great too, like, because of course the Bad Batch are seen as a set of defective clones who join Anakin, the 501st, the 212th, and Commander Cody, and Obi-Wan and Mace Windu in battle in the final months of the Clone Wars, and then they rescue former ARC Trooper Echo, because it's revealed he's still alive following the Citadel incident, and then basically he joins their crew, and then they're off doing their own missions for the remainder of the war, and then in comes Order 66, where they're basically helping Caleb Doom and Dipper Bilaba. Order 66 comes through, and basically they're on their own and their own adventures since, and Hunter's among that lot. So that's it's been a decent show to start off with. I think it's taking a while to get off, but some of the most recent episodes have been very hit or miss really with what we've had. There's been some really good ones. There's been some, I wouldn't say they were awful, but a little bit of stinkers. But yeah, but they've had a mix of good and bad stuff really. But it's always worth it for some of these figures that we got coming along, because currently only 2 members of the group have been released on Black Series figures, this being Hunter and the other being Crosshair, who I'll give you a look at in a later video. But I'm looking forward to Wrecker and Tech, who are coming into the Black Series line further down the line. They are definitely announced. I've seen them up, like some sites have them for pre-order, but some sites don't. So it's best just to wait and see what we do with him. But we really get down to this figure as well. Like there's some excellent sculpting for this figure, like the red markings that they've done on Hunter's armour, and then just on the sides there, that all works. So he's sort of he's part of a ragtag team, and he works really well. Do of course get on the back as well. He has a sort of his own clone backpack there, which can be taken off. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but sort of a T shape there. That's just so you know you're putting it on the correct way in the peg, so that works fine there. His main accessories, he gets 3 of them sort of with him. So there's this blaster, pistol, rifle that he has. It's a bit similar to, it just reminds me more of something Master Chief would wield in the Halo games. It just sort of reminds me of that. He sort of has that sort of thing, like he'd run around with that and wield it. That works there. And you also get a sort of Captain Rex style pistol as well. So they have there. And then of course there is the 3rd accessory, which is stuck in his wrist there. It's sort of his 3rd weapon. You saw that on the packaging. That was Hunter's dagger, which he does use. He has used in the show, and he's used it in the Clone Wars as well. It's a great piece to have there. If any of you listening, just say though, if any of you who are watching are just a little confused now as to who the Bad Batch are, maybe want to learn just a little more about them, there is info about them on this book here, the Clone Wars Character Encyclopedia, because of course this is the updated edition from this year. I'm just sort of bringing that up because I got this for my birthday, and that sort of had a bit more of details on the Bad Batch as seen. I mean, they used to open that as well, so that works further for what that. So if you are just a little confused about who some of the Bad Batch are, you can always look on Wikipedia, and have a line down from that, or if you do have this book, you can work out well and just basically figure out what the different defective parts were with the rest of the characters that were in there. And I'm just going to quickly look through the book and just sort of show the page on him that's there. So I'll just get to it first. I've just been looking through the contents, but I just want to look at him there, like while I'm looking at it for it. But it's sort of, yeah, here we are. So basically, Hunter is seen as a mutated clone, as he's there on page 62 of the character encyclopedia. So you just get a little bit more of information there. He's basically the, yeah, he's part of Clone Force 99. That's what they were called, because 99, who you'll remember, was a clone who was genetically different as well, similar to the Bad Batch, and he was killed during a raid on Kamino in season 3 of the Clone Wars, and the Clone Force was named Clone Force 99 in honour of him. So that works out well. I'm just going to remove the helmet of him there. And the sculpting, I mean, this is someone who is in animation, so the sculpting really works well. Like, unlike Bo-Katan, because Bo-Katan was brought to live action, so they were able to just use Katie Sackhoff's immediate likeness. But this is a character who's not been shown in live action. They've taken a bit of the Tamora Morrison look for it from the Jango Fett sculpts, but they've also tried to make Hunter his own version. Just the little details in there in his headband as well. Like, I've just noticed that skull mark he has there. That's always a nice add-on there, and that really works. And then just the markings on the side of his face too. It's a really well sculpt for a character, for a clone trooper, a different kind of clone trooper that we know. And this one suits him well. Like, he's worth having. If you've been getting into the Bad Batch and you're a Black Series collector, or you want to get the set of them, this one's not a bad starting point. From the wave that he's from, he's on the same wave as Bo-Katan and Asajj Ventress, so this one suits out well. But that really, really stands out for his armour. Like, I really like that. Just for his face there, and even on his armour there, like all the different markings further indicating him as part of Clone Force 99. He's got the different grey armour, unlike the common white armour that many clones have. And I'll just put the helmet back on as well. There's red markings for being part of Clone Force 99, which is very similar to the red markings that they have for the Bad Batch wave of the Black Series, so that works out well too. But we'll come down to the articulation now. We have the ball jointed head and the double ball joint there. Ball hinge shoulders, that of course with these parts here on the shoulder armour are actually liftable, so you can actually move the arm around a bit further. You get the ball jointed torso, ball hinged elbows and wrists, as I said there as well. Ball hinged at the hips, swivels at the thighs, but they're very tight on the arm. The result of the armour. Ball hinged knees, and ball joint rocker at the ankle. And you can actually see as well, they've also, just like the clone troop I showed you earlier, Hasbro have really done a good job at hiding the ball hinged knee articulation right there in the back of his legs. You can barely make out where it's meant to be. Like, even when it's, except when it's folded down, obviously you can now, but when I straighten it up, you can't really identify, which is great. I mean, Hasbro have really made this a great figure. I don't see much wrong. It's perfect for Bad Batch fans, people who've been fans of the Bad Batch or getting into it, want to get the figures from it. This one is a worthy addition, and as I said again, if you're a little confused and maybe want to know more, this is somewhere to go to if you've got a reference, if you've got this book, it's somewhere definitely to go to get a bit more information on characters from the Bad Batch, including Echo, Crosshair, Hunter, Wrecker, and Tech. But Hunter is the good starting point, or either him or Crosshair. They're your good starting points for the wave. They're the two that are available now. Echo, the Wrecker and Tech will be available later in the year across the summer, so do look out for them for when they'll be released. But I hope you enjoyed looking at Hunter here. I'll take this helmet off again so you can see it one more time. But yeah, that's a great face. Like, the figure's worth getting for that alone. If you wanted to display him without his helmet, it works well. And it just has me looking forward to them releasing more to put them all together. I even had a thought maybe they'll even release the character Omega in the Black Series, but we'll have to wait and see on whether that comes or not. But yeah, but we enjoyed looking at Hunter here. I'll be back with another couple of reviews soon. Maybe I'll do Crosshair. I'll do Crosshair at a future date. Don't worry about that. But whether it be the next one or not, I don't know. I haven't really decided. But If you enjoyed this one, do drop a like on the video, and do leave a comment and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell to know when I've uploaded again. And my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links are all down there in the description below. I'll see you next time.